Well, hello everyone. Today I am taking you on a tour of Delenta CRM. This is a newer coaching CRM platform designed solely to work with professional coaches and help you manage your coaching business. This is a great new core platform that's come out that has a lot of the tools that many of the coaches I work with for sure have been asking for. And so I thought I would give you a quick tour and show you some of the great features. And from there, you can kind of make a decision as to whether this might be a great platform for your coaching business. So I'm here on the Delenta.com homepage where they have some more information on the platform. The reason I came here first is because I wanted to show you that there are actually two logins. When you set up your Delenta account, there's a coach login and there's a client login. And this is really important because one of the features that Delenta has is client portals and the ability for clients to log in and have their own area where you can add content to and they can correspond with you and really help to make that client journey really, more professional looking and help them with some accountability items. And we'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. But for now, I wanted you to know that portal option is available. So we're going to do the coach login. And I have a demo account. So, my account here is not really populated with too much information, but it's got enough to show you the important parts. So when you first log into Delenta, you'll come to your dashboard. And this is really nice because it will show you what upcoming sessions you've got booked. It will show you any new leads that you've got coming in. It will show you your sessions for the last 6 months so you can see kind of how you've been doing and also your earnings. Delenta allows you to do everything through the platform, so you can invoice from here and everything. So that all records in the earnings area. So the first place we're going to stop off at is the contacts so that you can take a look at this. So your contacts, you have options of both the client and if you're running group offerings, you can set up groups in here, which is another really nice feature of Delenta. Clients can either be clients or they can be leads. And so you have the ability to label them separately in Delenta and see which ones are, actually working with you and which ones you need to continue to have conversations with. If we hop into this record, so you go to the view details, you can see some of the tools that are available at the top within here. So you have coach notes. So I just popped in some kind of dummy data in here. You can choose whether to keep these notes private or whether to share them with the client. So if you share them with the client, this will be one of the things that they see in that portal area. There's a tasks option, and this is for you to assign tasks to your clients. So these are not for you. These are for you to assign tasks to your clients. And I know that there is some discussion around accountability when you're the coach and what you kind of expect from the client. So this is entirely up to you whether you use it. But even for small things like giving them a reminder to book their next coaching session, if you want to put that completely in their hands, you can just set a task in here for them to do that, and they will see that in their client portals. You've got a payment history, so you can see what they've bought, whether that's a package, whether that's individual coaching sessions. You have the ability to set up packages, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. But here you can see that this has been set up with a number of sessions within the package, which is really nice. And you can see what they've actually scheduled and what they have left outstanding. So it's a great way for you to see exactly where your clients are at. Coaching engagements are really if you had an arrangement already outside of Delenta before you started using it, you can just add details. So if you have, somebody that you're working with currently and decide to move to Delenta, you would put details of that particular engagement just so you can track it here. The resources area, I'll show you a bit more about that in the resources section, but basically every time you set up a new client, they automatically get a client resources folder allocated to them, and you can go ahead and put in documents and upload items in there that you feel will be useful to the client. Activities is your to-dos. So this is the difference between tasks and which are for the client, and activities which are for you. So if you have something that you need to send to a client or something that you need to follow up with them, you would put that in as an activity. It's pretty straightforward. You add an activity and you have the options here of a phone call, a note. This is a meeting. You can put the description in here. You can add a due date, and you can also set this to remind you so that it pops up for you when something is due. And then the contracts, this is one of the features that many coaches are looking for. These are digital contracts that have digital signatures available on them. And the thing that I love about Delenta is it's highly integrated with ICF Global. So if you're a credentialed coach with ICF and you use a lot of their resources, you'll see a lot of crossover within the Delenta system. So one of the things is with the contracts is that you can create a new contract. So this is all completely customizable. You can put all the information in if you have one of your own that you're already using, and you can choose to save that as a template. You can brand it, you can add images, you can do a whole bunch of stuff in here. You've got some magic tags you can use so that it's reusable for all your different clients. And they already have a template built in. And that default contract template is actually the ICF sample coaching agreement. So you can go ahead and use this and just augment it how you want to use it and add in those variables where necessary. But everything is here for you. And when this goes out to the client, there is a section where they would digitally sign it. You can see everything up here. So you get to customize and then sign the contract from both sides. So that's a really key piece of what coaches have been asking for in their core platform is having a platform that will allow them to easily send those digital contracts and get them signed without people having to print and all of that good stuff. So that's the contacts area. We're going to hop over to the money section. This is just an overview for you where you can keep track of what you've got coming in. So you can do all your payments and everything through Delenta as well. And this really helps you to stay on top of, where you are with your clients, what you've got going on right now. And down here, this is a really neat piece as well, is you've got free versus paid session trends. So if you're doing pro bono work, if you're trying to get up your hours for any kind of credentialing, and you want to keep track of, what you did that was free versus what you did that was paid, there's some really good reporting options here that will help you keep track of those numbers. You can see how your packages are performing, which is really nice. You can see which are the more popular ones. And you can use all of this data to really make some good decisions. The packages area allows you to set up, whatever packages you want. And I always recommend packages for coaches. It's much nicer than just constantly doing like a one-off session, because you kind of get to lock people in a little bit more. You're not spending as much time on onboarding and sending invoices out if you've got them locked into some sessions. And you can make these sessions whatever you want. So here you can see I've got a 12 session package, a 6 session package, and this is kind of just dummy data that I've got, but you can kind of see how it's all put together. So it's fairly easy to set up a new package. You get to choose whether it's one-on-one coaching package or whether it's a group coaching package. With the one-on-one, you give it a title, you set the duration of the sessions, you set the number of the sessions, the price, the package type, whether it's free or paid. And then all of your details go in there. And these can actually be, Delenta comes with a one-page kind of a landing page, and these can go up on that landing page so people can book right from that landing page and see what some of your packages are. You see here that you've got the option to publish it to your public profile. So that is how you would create a package. So then we'll head over to, I'm not going to go too much into the calendar because it is currently connected to my own Google Calendar. So it's pulling in all of my kind of private information. So I'm not going to give you a demo on that, but just know that it does connect to your both Gmail and Outlook calendars. So if you have existing appointments, that you need to take into account for people booking. It will pull those over. It syncs between the two. So anything that's booked in Delenta will go over to your Google or your Outlook calendar, and you can see everything from there. The calendar area is also where you would set up your scheduling items. So Delenta does come with a full scheduler functionality. So you can set up those paid appointments, you can set up those coaching appointments and have those links go out to your clients and have them book fairly seamlessly. The other thing I like about Delenta is that it does come with a built-in LMS, learning management system. It's not as robust as some of the ones that are dedicated LMS systems, but it certainly is enough for those of you that are coaching and are offering courses. So you have the ability to come in here and set up these courses. You can see again that I've got a couple of dummies here. You can create course content in different ways. So it does allow you to have different kinds of content going in here. Like this one here is a written one that I've put in. You can add new sections, you can put videos in, basically it's got all of the basic ingredients that you need to be able to set up courses, and you can obviously sell these. Again, that's something that you can put on your public profile, or you can have them as a course that you just run for an existing client. So if part of their package is so many one-on-one sessions, plus they get to work through like a curriculum, you can set this up so that everything is administered from here. They can get to all the documents they need, and you just assign that to them, or you can sell them as like a standalone item too. So that's a really nice feature. Under the sessions, you can see all of the sessions that you've had. This is to keep track of your one-on-one sessions, group coaching sessions, and completed sessions. So these should populate as you are doing sessions. But if you've done something manually outside of the system, you can also add a session here so you can see what's going on. And one of the reasons that this is a really cool feature is one of the things that Delenta does is it gives you the ability to have coaching logs. And again, these have been done in conjunction with what ICF requires for your accreditation. So again, when you're coaching clients, this will come in automatically based on those sessions. You have a coaching hours summary. It will list everything here that you've done for coaching hours. And in here is where you can actually go in and add any credentials that you've done with the number of hours. So if you're doing if you're taking things that are giving you those CCEs, you can easily come in and add them here. And then you can download these 2 reports and have them ready to go to send in with your credentialing and when you're doing your various different credentials. This saves you having to go out and find everything you did. You just, with the training hours, you just have to remember to come in here and add them as you do them, and then it will collect them automatically. And then finally, we have the resource area that I was talking about. So again, this is something that I think is really cool. So as I mentioned, every time you have a new client, you'll see their own folder kind of listed in here. The same with groups. So this is like a dummy group that I set up. So you can see that it automatically created a folder for the group. So everyone can access those. And then you can create your own folder. So if you've got some materials that you use all the time that you don't want to just store in a client folder, you can actually upload them to Delenta and have them in like client resources so that you can share that information. Delenta already put some items in for us. I think they've got a couple of documents in here that they've set up for using the system, which is also a really cool feature because your clients won't necessarily know how to use this. So they've created some documents in these areas that you can automatically share with your clients that just show them how to use the Delenta platform from their side. So as I mentioned, you also have that profile. So in here you can update everything for your profile. They've laid it out really nicely. If we go to the view my profile, you'll actually see what this looks like. So you'll see up here that you get your own little URL that you can share. I've just been playing around with this kind of generally, but here you can see that you can fully brand this. Depending on the package pick with Delenta, you do have the ability to turn off their branding as well. So it depends which package you go for with them. But you can see here that this is something that's really easy to share with potential clients. It gives them an overview of what you do. You can set up your free discovery session on here. The discovery session is an appointment that is part of that calendar piece. And in there, you have the ability to add a few questions to that discovery session appointment. So when they come in here and they book that initial session, it will ask them a couple of questions. So if you want to gather some information around, what they're looking for in a coach, or, how they came across you or anything like that, you can actually add that into the template for the discovery session. And then down here, you've got the ability to, make this look as good as you want it to look. Area of expertise. You can pop a quote in there that's about you. You've got some more information. You can hook up your LinkedIn. So this is a really nice way to just create a page when you're maybe talking on the fly with clients, or, you're in the middle of a conversation. You don't have to worry about schedulers necessarily. You can just, have this link and send it out to your clients. They can get a feel for what you do and then go ahead and book that discovery session with you. So that's a really neat piece of the platform as well. Okay, so if we pop up here into the settings and privacy, there's a couple more tools in here I wanted to show you. So branding and themes, you have the ability to brand this however you want. You can upload your own logos into this and brand it. Under the client experience, you have some really neat tools for customizing this so that it suits your clients coming in. So these are the welcome messages, inviting them to join your coaching platform. You can change the wording on that. You can brand it all and make it look good there. So there's lots of different things that you can do here. Delenta has some great integration. So it does connect with Zoom. So you can have everything automated if that's what you're using. You've got a Stripe is your payment and handling and billing. So that is the only option currently, but Stripe works very similarly to PayPal. So if you don't have a Stripe account already, they're very easy to set up, and then you can do all of your transactions. There's a couple other things that connect in. So if you want to connect to MailChimp or MailerLite for your email marketing, and then you've got some options for the calendar synchronization here. Okay, so now I have hopped over to the client portal so you can see what it looks like from the client end. As you can see, this is all branded. So there, other than this little bar down the bottom, it all looks like your branding. So you can use your colors and put your logos in and everything else. So this is just a test client that I've set up. You can see from here, they're able to book their next session. So that's a really nice piece of the functionality, is that, you can leave it on your clients to book their next session when they're ready, if that's how you like to run your business. They can see what sessions they've had in the session area, pretty much the same as what we saw on the coach side. They can see their tasks. So here's the appointment booking task that I set. So they can see when it's due and what the details are. They can see any purchases that they've made. So if they have a package that they've purchased, they can see that. Their resources are all here so that they can go into those folders and take a look at the information that's been put there for them. They also have access to notes, so they can put their own notes in, which is really nice, and then they can access any notes that you have shared with them. They can get to their completed courses from here. And this last one is their contract. So when they've done a digital contract with you, they'll be able to see it here. Obviously, they can have more than one, depending on what they're working through with you. But their dashboard is a really nice overview. It shows them what they've got coming in. And Delenta has this award point thing too, which I haven't dug too much into yet, but I believe it's kind of an incentive thing. So every time they complete tasks that you've set for them, you can allocate points. If you wanted to do some kind of reward system for them when they hit so many points, you can certainly set something up like that. Bear in mind that this is a coach platform designed for all kinds of coaches. So whilst that might not resonate with you, If you're a coach that specializes in teenagers with ADHD, for instance, this could be a very powerful tool if they're motivated by that kind of thing. So just bear in mind like how to use some of these different tools, because they really can be, they really can enhance the service that you're giving to your coaches. But that's kind of what the dashboard looks like. So you can see the upcoming tasks on here. You can see the completed sessions, the upcoming sessions, and kind of an overview here. And they can send you a message if they want to, which is really nice. So you've got this like in-app direct messaging system, which can be nice because it takes things away from your main inbox and kind of keeps you focused in the system. So that's a really nice functionality too. So I hope this was beneficial. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts around Delenta. I am a Delenta partner, so if you want to talk more about how this could help you build your business, and I do have access to some nice discounts for potential clients. So if you're ready to have a conversation with me, then hop over to my website and book an appointment, and we'll definitely get to chat about what might be the best solution for your business. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon.